Welcome back to my channel. Wow, 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 wow. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. So, if you can't tell, I'm feeling much better. To those that are new, hi, how are you? Welcome to the crazy. I thought, I'm not really a awesome videographer or anything, and the content is not too exciting, but it is stuff I like to share. So there's a few things I want to touch on today, but I wanted to start off by showing you what bag I'm using right now and what's inside of it. It's very simple. I really don't carry too much compared to what I used to. Even when at work in my backpack, I don't carry as much as I used to. I'll do a backpack video later, but this is a Fossil City satchel. It's an older version, way older. It is real leather. I couldn't resist getting back into my leather bags. And I traded it with a friend from Norway, and I miss her so much. Girl, Ingi, if you hear me, watch me. I love you. I miss you. Not only does this have sentimental value in that sense, because this was a beginning of a beautiful relationship between her and I, and as well as me in this bag. So it has some wear and tear, but it's very old. And those of you that are not familiar with the Fossil City satchel, they're very popular in the planning community because of the zippers down the side. There's tons of videos out there about these purses, and I actually have a couple up, some of which are not as good as others, but this is one of my favorite bags. I own 3 of them. I really want a black one, and they're pretty much, I have a couple of other bags, but these are the bags that I've kept after my huge de-stash. And I will probably always keep them because they're a great go-to everyday bag. They're roomy for a planner girl, but small enough to carry every day. They're not like these humongous things. Actually, when I first saw a video about the Fossil City satchel, which of course made me want one, years ago, excuse me for all the hitting of the camera, I was like, wow, that's a pretty big bag. And when I received my first one, which was not this one, it was a brown one my husband got me for Christmas a few years back, and I remember that Christmas I got my first Kiki K too. I definitely was like, wow, this is really small. It's pretty small, it's not huge, but it holds so much. So in this back pocket here, I've got my knife and my, I guess you can call it my bipolar duo, my knife and my tranquil oil for stressing out. So I kind of got the best of both worlds. Piss me off, I'll shank you, or let me calm down because I like you. Got those on the outside for easy access. I used to put my phone out here, but my phone is pretty large and I'd rather have it in the purse. So I've got this key hook here that came with this beautiful key hook. I say it's beautiful because it's a strip of leather and it's patina, this beautiful orange here. Because this, over time, your leather patinas, and that's the color. I always hold it like this because the straps have been trained to lay down. When you first get them, they kind of stick up like this, but leather is very flexible, so I love a good soft leather, but durable. So I just have my keys on here. I don't have a lot going on. I used to always have a huge keychain or something with my keys, and I am actually wanting to get a keychain that is really cute, suits my personality, but isn't too much, you know what I mean? I love bunnies and bears. I know that sounds crazy, but anyway, moving on. They have these card slots back here. Got the original Fossil patch here, and then you've got this lovely zipper here. So in here, I'm telling you, I really don't carry a lot. I've got this little mini pouch, and I've got some of my other must-haves, which is a non-champa oil or perfume, I guess you could say, and then nail glue for when I have nails, and then my 2 homeopathic medicines. This is for bloating and lower back pain during menstruation, which, if you don't follow me recently, I've been going through months of severe woman issues, pains, all that, and I had surgery, and I don't really need this any longer. This relieves nervousness due to everyday stress. I keep that on me at all times. So that's all that's in here. I can add a bunch of, believe it or not, this pouch also holds a whole lot, and I can add a bunch of other stuff as well. If you look carefully, like, they're the same shape. So keep that in mind when you're searching for a bag. If you want to find a bag that's less expensive or similar but not exactly this, keep in mind the shape of your bag. Figure out your likes and dislikes. I've been through a lot of different bags, but usually this like square shape with zippers that go further down, like, always look for a little, like, this doesn't go all the way to the bottom, but because it opens up nicely, you're able to pull it. And because it has this nice like bucket, I guess, or square shape, satchel, whatever you want to call it, see how it has like this nice rectangular shape, just as this does, you're able to fit more into that type of pouch or bag, purse, whatever. Okay, so in these pockets, in this pocket, there's just one pocket here. I've got my hand salve. I always have this with me. That's its home, and a hair tie. And then my pen pouch here. I've got my fountain pens. I've got my computer pen in there for now. I've got, just stuff. This pouch was also made for me by Ingy, the person I got the bag, and I thought it looked so nice together. I've got my hand sanitizer spray. It's lavender. Anything that's like calming, I'm all for. And I've got 2 planners in here, but that's not gonna be staying much longer. I'll explain that as well, because that's what kind of video this is. So there's the bag. It's very beautiful, very lovely for fall, summer, doesn't matter, because this yellow is very nice, or this golden tone is really awesome during the spring and summer as well. It's happy, and it's this nice warm tone, and the orange and the handles and strap are very fall-like as well. It's a great fall all year round bag, and it's just beautiful. So let's move that aside, and let's talk planners. Let me turn on my music. We're going to talk planners because that's like what this channel truly is. Although there's going to be a revamp on the channel for 2021. When I get my thoughts and everything together, I will share that in a video by itself. So this is a Giulio A6, a Punto, I guess. It's definitely one of my favorite colors, and I love Stologies. So they've become my go-to book. But I am a planner lover, and I like changing. I have a very set system on how I plan. It pretty much stays the same no matter what planner I'm in. And I am a true believer that if you are confident in your system and just how you plan, which is your system pretty much, then you can move into any size, any type book. You just gotta know it works for you. And it's taken me 4 years to get to that point, but have always been a ring bound girl I was a ring bound girl for multiple years, but recently I tried a B6 and actually still use it. I have a couple of them at this point now, and then I have a couple of A6 Stologies as well. So I've fallen back in love with a bound book, because ever since I was a child, I always had like a journal and just loved it. So here's my thought. But right now I've made a conscious choice to stick with bound book 2021. I'm going to do my very best by not going into rings, because every time I do, I lose a bit of myself. I do, because I have that creative side, and when I'm in rings, I'm very structured and professional. Now, I will say this, for work, rings is actually pretty great. So that's a different story. But for my everyday planner, I'm also struggle with having multiple planners. I can do it sometimes, especially if one is a wallet and it's just basic. But anytime, like this is my wallet right now, but that's about to change. I want to use this as a full-on planner. If my wallet's in here and I like the system, like it's a bound book, just blank pages, I'm like, yes, let's just use this for my everyday. So I did set up my calendar on a live and the self-care page. And then I just write, I either need to go into this or I need to go into this. And right now my focus is on a standard TN. I love the bound book system, but TNs have been like a hit or miss with me because I I have a love-hate relationship. So I like the freedom of a bound book, but for whatever reason, the small, like all this kind of throws me off a little bit. But it's weird because I do it in I use vellums and things like that in my ring bound too, and I tip them in I tip stuff in this, so I don't know what my deal is, but I am going to challenge myself to be in TNs, preferably the standard, for 2021. Now, I talked about this on a live recently and why my brain has switched over and things like that. It's just I'm evolving. But it's a little cheaper for me personally to have booklets, and it's a little more freedom, and it doesn't get as heavy, although I know that I can chunk a TN up pretty big. I've done it. I'm actually going to print out some inserts for this, but I keep going back to just sticking with booklets. I find that I like that a little better than adding all the little inserts, because then it's too much like a ring bound, if that makes sense. It's too much already pre-planned structured. So I'm going to tell you the things that I know that I absolutely have to have printed out are a monthly for the whole year or a weekly for the whole year. So I like to have a month view to see a glance of appointments, birthdays, anything like that, which I actually may be changing that for 2021. I'll explain that later. And I love the week view, like the whole year week view, just like week on one page, for pre-planning and scheduling appointments. So my original plan was to have, let me show you this guy. It was sent to me in the what is this called? Cloth and paper box. I like a spiral bound. It's easy to write in, that kind of thing. And it's just a weekly basic planner, and it has the monthly too. I thought about using this as my like just catch-all, but carrying this and another planner around is kind of pointless. And that's why I had a pocket planner for just like scheduling appointments, and that's why I like to combine that with a wallet. So that's why I like this guy. Now I prefer more of a pocket rings for a wallet, but this worked well too. The only thing with this is I would need to draw out the entire month and all that. So I'm actually going to change my wallet into a normal little wallet and put that in the purse since I have the room, and then work on this. So right now I just have a inbox book / just writing anything. It's just thoughts, journal entries, doesn't matter. It's just writing. Any kind of thoughts, I'm telling you, anything. It goes in here, and it's cut down from an A5 journal, like a Japanese journal. I just love their paper. And then this booklet is a Toma River booklet, and I love this booklet, and I've used it in the past. You can see where I've tried standard before, and I really do like the standard size. It's a little more narrow than I've gotten used to. I've been in an A5 and B6 for so long, just like this. These are some old. So this is how I'm using it. Now, let me show you what I'm doing. All right. And then you can kind of see how I plan. I like to draw out my dailies, especially. It gives me that creative side, and I like a basic bullet system. It's not too intense. But I went ahead and put the weekly here, and that gave me a place to plan out the events or appointments or just things like making sure to have things that are time specific and have a deadline. I usually put in my weeklies. I'll put the main event in a monthly, but then like all the details leading up to that will go in my weekly. So for example, let's say, for example, Thanksgiving. In order to make a cheesecake, you need to do it like the day or two before. So it has, especially if you're doing it from scratch, because it has to chill. So I would plan, like, for example, cheesecake prep. I ended up not doing it because I wasn't feeling well, and I did a ham. I did many other things. I knew that I needed to do the salad early in the morning, so I had that there. Any event that leads up to the main event goes into my weeklies. The fine details, if you will. All right, and then on this side, it says this week, but it's really started my dailies. It's just Tuesday, Wednesday. I skipped yesterday because it was Thanksgiving, but like notes will go in here. I'll have an idea that I want to do within the week, a project that I want to get done this very week. I'll stick the information within the week. Now, a lot of the time I end up having to reschedule it. So for example, this I will not do this weekend. It'll be probably next weekend. But I am going to take my daughter thrift shopping tomorrow, so I may be able to find this item, so I won't move it until Sunday. And then this is today. I'm just a basic start of the day. So I don't necessarily need to use a whole page for a daily. I more than likely will, but I can do, for example, these are 2 days. I can do whatever I want. So this is my main booklet right now, and I want to keep it that way. It's just the pre-planning stuff that I really want to have in here. So this is my, like, the middle part is always like my main planning. The front is always an inbox, and the back is always reference. That's just how I've always done like these types of setups. So that's exactly what this is. Nothing special, just I'm very particular about paper and especially in bound books. I don't know why. So this pocket just has no pages and things, and then this is my happy section, I guess you could say. It's my reference section. It's not a journal. I do have a journal insert, but most of this is actually recipes, and I always come to this for recipes. Even if I'm not using this tin, I have kept this reference book in here, and it stayed, and I always go to here to write recipes down. It just is. So this is my reference notebook, which is also Tim River paper. And then back here, I just have like my favorite washi and some of these cards, because I do use these from time to time. And that is my basic setup. So this is what I'm actually going to stick with. And then the days that I want to journal or take my journal insert with me, I can. It's right here. It's just a Midori insert. And I tip things in. I use washi. I have fun with this. I do a lot of this is my fun creative insert, and I don't always use it. Ooh, I just stuck it in tea. Oh well, make it better. But I definitely have it as an option, and this is probably my favorite place to journal has been this. I like this better than the Stologies to journal in. So definitely something that can stick into the back or even into the string, because I did carry it all the time at one point. And there's a little overhang, but not too bad. But this is my favorite cover. I have had a Chic Sparrow. I've had quite a few others, Foxy Fix. And I always go back to this basic Traveler's Notebook, Midori notebook. So this is as much as I would ever keep in here. And there you have it. So it's like a simple way to plan. And this is what I carry around at this time. So pen wise, I've got 3 of these Schaefer, I guess, pens in different nibs and different colors. They're fountain pens. I've got my Jetstream 3. I really wonder if you can get refills. I think you can, and if that's the case, I need to refill these. And then I've got Sharpie S Gel in 0.7 and in 0.5, and then I've got this beautiful KKK pen with the G2 blue ink, and this is like a nice heavy pen. And 2 mild liners, the brown and dark gray. I mean, I'm pretty basic, and then my computer stylus. So that's, and then I keep my favorite fountain pen. This is my main writing fountain pen. I switched the inks out between 3 colors, hydrangea, like a burnt sienna or a dark brown, and a blue gray. So there you have it. So I just wanted to share kind of where I'm at. If you don't want to sit through my long ass lives, I get it. They just become really fun, and they just become very long. This is a great way to just kind of see where I'm at and what I'm doing. My next video, I have a few ideas. I really want to do a planner. I have quite a planner collection, because I want to sell them. I've gotten to a place in my life now that I truly don't need to hang on to so many items, and especially ones I don't always use. I can always buy something similar later, keep my favorite ones, but there's no need for me to have like 6 Gillios in ring personal size when I don't even use that size anymore. You get what I'm saying? I'll keep my favorite one and then sell all of the rest. So keep a lookout for that video, and I'm only going to sell it on Instagram or through the YouTube. So until next time, you guys, I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.